Before we begin, if you love emotional, inspiring stories that change the way you see life, then like this video, subscribe to Kindly Tube, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a story that can touch your heart and soul. Now listen closely, because this story might change how you look at the people around you forever. The mansion stood tall like a silent king at the edge of the city. White marble stairs, wide glass doors, and gardens so green they looked unreal. Inside lived Mr. Ayan Malik, one of the youngest billionaires in the country. He had everything: money, power, respect, and a name that could open any door. Yet his house felt empty. No laughter echoed in the halls. No warmth filled the rooms. Just quiet, polite staff walking carefully, afraid to disturb him. Ayan was known as a strict employer. He paid well, but he expected perfection. He didn't talk much, didn't smile much, and didn't involve himself in anyone's personal life. To him, emotions were distractions. Among the many workers in the house was a soft-spoken maid named Shazia. She cleaned quietly, spoke politely, and never complained. She had been working there for almost 3 years. What no one knew was that Shazia had a secret. Every evening, after finishing her work, she did not go straight home. Because her home was a small broken room in a crowded area of the city, and in that room lived her 12-year-old daughter, Zara. Zara was thin. Not because she was sick, but because food was often not enough. Shazia earned just enough to pay rent and basic bills. After that, there was barely anything left. Many nights, Zara slept hungry while pretending she was not that hungry so her mother wouldn't feel bad. Shazia used to bring leftover food from the mansion, small portions given by the kitchen staff. That food became Zara's main meal. But one evening, the kitchen supervisor warned Shazia. "You can't keep taking leftovers. The boss is getting stricter about wastage." Shazia nodded, heart sinking. That night, she went home empty-handed. Zara smiled weakly and said, "It's okay, Ammi. I'm not hungry." But her stomach growled loudly. Shazia cried silently that night. The next day, Zara made a decision. She followed her mother. She hid behind the tall hedges of the mansion garden, waiting until evening. When the staff went inside, she quietly slipped toward the kitchen door. Inside the kitchen, there was a small bin where used food trays were thrown. And that is where Ayan Malik saw her. He had come to the kitchen for water when he noticed a small figure near the trash bin. A thin little girl carefully picking a half-eaten bread roll and wiping it with her sleeve before taking a bite. He froze. For a second, he thought his eyes were lying. He walked closer. "What are you doing?" he asked. Zara screamed in fear and dropped the bread. I'm sorry," she cried. "Please don't tell anyone. Please. I was just hungry." Her voice trembled. Ayan looked at the bread on the floor. Then at her thin arms. Then at her tired eyes. Something inside him cracked. "Whose child are you?" he asked gently. Zara whispered, "My Ammi cleans here. Her name is Shazia." Ayan felt a strange tightness in his chest. He immediately called Shazia. She came running, panic in her eyes. When she saw Zara, she fell to her knees. "I'm sorry, sir," she cried. "Please forgive her. She didn't mean any harm. Please punish me instead." Zara started crying too. Ayan stood there, silent. Then something unexpected happened. He walked to the kitchen counter, picked up a plate, and filled it with fresh food. Rice, chicken, fruit, and milk. He knelt down in front of Zara and gently placed the plate in her hands. "Eat," he said softly. Both mother and daughter stared in shock. Shazia whispered, "Sir." Ayan looked at her. "How long has she been hungry?" Shazia couldn't speak. Tears answered instead. That night, Ayan couldn't sleep. The image of Zara eating leftovers from the trash haunted him. He realized something painful. He had a house full of food, but a child under his roof was starving. The next morning, everything changed. Ayan called all the staff. He announced that every worker would receive a food allowance for their families. Children of staff would be given free meals daily from the mansion kitchen. But he didn't stop there. He personally arranged Zora's school admission in a private school. He paid for her uniform, books, and even her transport. When Shazia found out, she broke down completely. "You changed my daughter's life," she cried. Ayan replied quietly, "No. Your daughter changed mine." Over time, Zara grew healthier. Her cheeks became fuller. Her smile became brighter. She started coming first in her class. Every time she saw Ayan, she would greet him with a shy smile and say, "Thank you, uncle." Slowly, the mansion changed too. There was laughter now. There was warmth. There were smiles. Ayan began spending time with the staff, listening to their stories, helping when he could. The man who once believed emotions were distractions now believed they were life's greatest blessing. Years later, Zara stood on a stage, holding a trophy for being the top student of her school. In her speech, she said, "There was a time when I ate food from a trash bin. Today, I stand here because one man chose kindness instead of anger." Ayan sat in the audience, tears in his eyes. He finally understood true wealth is not in money. It is in how many lives you lift up. If this story touched your heart, like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe to Kindly Tube because sometimes, one story can change a life.